Hello and welcome to our video where we cover single family dwelling unit load calculations. So what size service do we need for this house? So we're going to look at this question here that says we have a single family dwelling that has the following loads: general lighting, 3500 volt amps, kitchen appliances, lists a bunch of. We're just going to go through and start adding them up. Okay, instead of reading all these, let's just jump into it. Now typically for general lighting, what they'll typically will do will give us a square footage, right? We take our unit load, our 3 volt amp unit load that's found in section 220.42. It says 3 volt amps times our square footage. In this case, they just said, hey, you got 3,500 square feet, which means we've got us a 1,500 square foot house, right? Or dwelling unit. So they said, hey, instead of adding this all up, multiplying it out, whatever, you've got 3,500 volt amps for your general lighting. Minimum lighting, that is, right? So we'll just say lighting load. Okay. Then it says, hey, in addition to that, you got 6,000 volt amps for kitchen appliances, small appliances, right? So 6,000, that's significant. That's twice as many as you need. That means they've got 4 1,500 volt amp small appliance branch circuits. We'll call that SA for small appliance. Now remember, that's per the requirements of 220.52. Now 220.52 has an A and a B. A says 1,500 volt amps for each small appliance branch circuit. B says also 1,500 volt amps for each laundry circuit. Well, very next here it tells us we've got laundry 1,500 volt amps. Okay, so 1,500 volt amps for our laundry. I don't know how to abbreviate laundry. We're just going to spell laundry here. Okay, now what it also says in 220.52 is we can add these all together and then subject them to the demand factors found in section 220.45. Okay, so we go look at the demand factors from 220.45. It says, first of all, let's add these all up. 0 before I jump into that. 0, 0, we got 5, that's 10. 3, there's 10, there's 11,000 total volt amps. Right, now remember, our first 3,000 from 220.45, our first 3,000, we have to size those at 100%, right? We can't derate that at all. We say, okay, so what's left over? We have 8,000 volt amps, though, that we can apply a 35% demand factor to. Now, when we punch this into our calculator, we come up with 2,800 volt amps. But what we have to remember is, we subtracted this 3,000 that we have to account for 100%, all those volt amps, right? So we have to add our 3,000 volt amps back in, and then 3 hours later, bingo, we come up with, we get a 5,800 or 5.8 kVA load to account for our general lighting load. Okay, so after all that, I'm going to go ahead and write that 5,800 volt amps over here. Anything's in red, that means that's a final number. That's a number that we're actually applying to our overall load. Okay, so okay, general lighting load, laundry. Let's red X these. Okay, general lighting load, check. Kitchen appliances, check. Laundry, check. Those are all done. So let's move on. Okay, so next it says electric heating system. We've got 12,000 volt amps. Now also it says our AC is 10,000 volt amps. Well, if we go look at section 220.60, it tells us, you know what, these are actually non-coincident or non-coincidental, whatever. I say non-coincident. It's non-coincident for this video. These are non-coincident loads. It means they're not likely to be used simultaneously, which means we only have to take the larger of the two. But there is another hiccup in the 2023 that says, well, if your AC is not the largest of your non-coincident loads, we have to multiply that by 125%. Okay, so, well, okay, it's not the largest of the two. We've got our heating, which is 12, and our AC, which is 10. So 10,000 times 125%, well, that's 12,500, right? So our heat is 10,000 heat, and our AC is, oh, I'm sorry, I just hope you caught that mistake. That was a mistake. Let's just get rid of that. Our heat is not 10,000, it is 12,000 volt amps for our heat. Volt amps for heat. But 10,000 for our AC. And since our 10,000, our AC is not the largest of the two per 220.60, we have to multiply that by 125%, which means actually we can't just use 10,000. We have to use 12,500 volt amps for our AC. Okay, so which of these two is larger? Bingo, that guy right there is larger, which means our red line here, what we're actually going to use, will be 12,500 volt amps for our AC, and then we can ignore the heat because it is non-coincident or non-coincidental for you non-coincidental people. Okay, so we can redline, check off heat and AC, and then it says we have an electric vehicle charging station that's 7,200 volt amps. Okay, so that there's nothing we can do about that, right? If we go look, 7,200 volt amps is the minimum that we have to use for a electric vehicle charger if we happen to have one. So all that's left to do, guys, super easy. Right here, we just add these up, which gives us a grand total. Plug it into the old calculator, 25,500 volt amps. Now all that's left to do is decide, okay, how large of a breaker do we need, right? How big does our overcurrent protection need to be? Well, what we have to convert this then from volt amps into current, right? And we remember Ohm's law says that current equals power divided by voltage. Since this is a single phase service, or single phase system, that is, we don't have to worry about the whole square root of 3, 1.732, anything like that. We just simply say, hey, what is our power? 25,500 volt amps divided by our voltage, which is 240 volts. And when we plug that into our calculator, we see we've got, about 106 amps and some change. So we need overcurrent protection that's at least 106 amps, which means now we need to go look at table 240.6a. And table 240.6a tells us for our next higher standard amp rating would be 110 amps. So the correct answer, and I'm going to say, you guys can't see my air quotes, but I'm going to say air quote correct green light answer then would be 110 amps. We know in reality, if your contractor puts 110 amp service on your house, use somebody different. Okay, use somebody different. That's likely not going to happen, but you can't be pragmatic here, right? This is fake NEC world. The correct air quote answer, because it is the next higher standard overcurrent protective size or rating, is 110 amps.